Okay, we have another stuck Subaru rear wheel bearing. This is on a 2015 Crosstrek, and the back wheel bearing's worn out and it's stuck in there. I can't get it out. We're going to try the hub shocker today, and I'll show you that in a minute. I'm not going to go through all the details of how to get all the brakes and everything off, because if you're going to attempt this, you already know how to do that. Basically, in a nutshell, the caliper's held on by two 14mm bolts back here and at the bottom. That you can pop the brakes off all in one piece with the pads and everything in there still. There's a speed sensor on top here, held in with one 10mm bolt. I'd take that out if I were you, because it can get damaged, and just kind of tuck it out of the way. And then I've taken the emergency brake shoes and taken them apart and just hung them down here because we're banging on this a lot. I don't want to damage them. There's also a hub axle nut here. It's 32mm. You need to take that out, make sure that your axle is free, not seized in the hub, like that. But this video is about getting the bearing out, not taking that simple stuff apart. Basically, I've been banging on this with different size hammers, air hammers, trying to get chisels back in here, the various air hammer chisels, and trying to separate that bearing. There's 4 bolts that hold it in, 4 14mm bolts from the back. I've had an air hammer on the back of those bolts, loosening them and then hitting them with the air hammer. Nothing is budging this bearing. It's really jammed in there. So as a method of last resort, so the hub shocker is a tool. It's a big piece of metal with 2 holes in it that goes on the hub. And I think you can do it like that, or you can do it from the top. We're going to put nuts on here with washers. And then there's a reinforced piece up here at the top. If you can see that you hit with a great big 8 or 10 pound sledgehammer. So we're going to try that kind of as a last resort. I don't know what else to do, and try and shock this bearing out of this rusty Subaru. Okay, so we'll mount the hub shocker like this, I think. Got a couple lug nuts here and some heavy washers. So we'll just mount those on. And now we'll hit it. I'm going to use a 8-pound sledgehammer here. And we're just going to give it a whack right on here. Let's do it like this to start with, just to see if this maybe is enough. Nope, we'll have to stand back. We'll see if we got any movement out of that. Well, that's what it took. That busted the hub out of that rusty hole. But it is out. That looks like it's probably the original wheel bearing. It's really rusty, really worn out. Car's got a little over 100,000 miles on it. But it took the hub buster to get that hub out. But the tool does work. It's pretty crude, but these things are really stuck in there. I don't know how else you would do this. Anyway, I'm not going to show the rest of it. Basically, we'll take the hub buster off. Then we just bang the bearing out of the backing plate and put it all back together with a new one. We'll put anti-seize in here for the next guy. So hopefully the replacement bearing comes out a little easier. Thanks for watching. This tool does work. It's pretty harsh, but that's what you need.